He has done 5 tours of duty in some of the most dangerous places around the world, including 3 in Iraq. For that alone, we should all be grateful. But what he did to stop a bank robber in Sarasota last week, all caught on tape, is simply amazing. The sergeant and his sons are standing by to speak with us, but first, here's their story. The surveillance camera captures the heart-stopping moments as this bank robber, casually dressed in a green T-shirt and baseball hat, storms into a Bank of America branch, brandishing what appears to be a large gun at petrified customers and employees. Watch as he throws an empty sack to the teller and then turns the weapon on 2 terrified children who are sitting quietly in these chairs. In a flash, their father, Eddie Peoples, runs over to them, putting himself directly in the line of fire. As the children clamor for safety under their chairs, Eddie works quickly to create a protective enclave around them with whatever furniture he can find. Then he stands guard, staring straight down the barrel of the gun. The standoff ends only when the thief receives his bundle of money and flees out the back door to this car. But little does he know, Eddie is just seconds behind him, heading to his own white van. What the robber, who police now say is 34-year-old Matthew Rogers, hadn't bargained on is that Eddie Peoples is actually a U.S. Army sergeant. He's done 5 tours of duty in some of the most dangerous places in the world, and certainly knows a thing or two about how to defuse potentially deadly situations. And it shows. Eddie leaps into his van, speeding halfway around the parking lot, and cuts Matthew off in his getaway car, subduing him until the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office arrives.
This isn't something that we encourage every citizen to do. Is that if you have capabilities like this gentleman does, he knew exactly what he was doing, and he was in control.
They say that once Eddie finishes his career in the Army, he has a job with them anytime he wants it. And Eddie Peoples joins us now, along with his sons, Keone and Ikaika, and thank you so much.
Thank you, George,
for joining us. What an incredible story. Take us back to that moment, because it seems like your instincts just took over the minute you saw that gun.
George, it was a surreal moment, like I said. I saw the gun, and I actually thought it was a joke at first. And my children also thought it was a joke. They started laughing. So the bank was dead quiet, and the gunner saw my children laughing, so it drew a lot of attention to him. So my instincts took over. I knew I had to get my children.
And you got them protected. We saw you create that barricade.
I'd rather take a bullet any day before one of these beautiful boys get hurt.
Mm-hmm. What were you guys thinking?
I was thinking that it was a prank. So then when it was in the middle, I was thinking it was a joke. And at the end, I was thinking it was a joke. Then all that was stuff.
He was thinking it was a joke.
Thinking it was a joke at first, and then...
Oh, that big, but I didn't.
But you know, you didn't stop once your kids appeared to be out of danger. You actually then went.
Yeah, this guy was potentially a very dangerous guy. He was cold. He was calculating. The way he said it was like the way we would order lunch. You know, I will shoot you guys and I won't think
just
twice
calmly.
about it. Yes. So my whole mission at that point was to get this guy before he got on the road, before he could potentially hurt anyone else. If I could buy the police a little bit of time, that's what I was going to do.
Mm-hmm. So you see, we showed it. You were able to, after you got outside of the bank, you were able to take your car and kind of block him in, but he came out and pointed the gun right at you.
He came out. I fully expected to take at least 2 shots through the windshield. When he didn't do that, he came to the back door and actually tried to hijack the van.
Your van?
Yes, my van with me in it. When the door didn't open for him the way he wanted, I knew right then I had to do something else. So I got out of the van. I was immediately greeted with a handgun to the forehead. I took that away from him and just put him down on the ground.
Show me how you did it, because this was all your Army training.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. So, you want me to show you?
Yeah, show me.
I don't want to hurt you.
You don't want to hurt me. I don't want you to hurt me either. But let's
go on slow-mo, okay?
So I'm shooting. I put the gun right there.
He puts the gun almost directly to my forehead. I grab him
on the
inside. I twist. I'm not going to hurt you. I twist. And what happens is you can't keep
so I can't move my wrist
control.
Anymore.
And you can just strip a weapon away. Then you can take that weapon, and it's yours, and you can hit him with it.
And then you put him down?
Yes. Then I reached around, grabbed him like this, and basically slammed him down, using all my body weight.
And that was it?
He didn't want any more after that.
I don't blame him for that. You can do a lot of damage with those arms. Well, your boys are just loving seeing themselves on TV. But
they were really brave.
You guys were brave, and when your dad came back, he asked him what?
What did you say again?
Did you get the bad guy?
When I came back in the bank, what did you ask me?
Did you get the bad guy? Yes, I did.
And they know you serve.
Yes, I try to
dangerous
put it in
places.
perspective for my boys, especially my 6-year-old. He takes it hard when I get deployed. So every time I go, I tell him Daddy's going to fight the bad guys. And when I left that bank and came back in, he walked up, he said, Daddy, did you get that bad guy? And I said, yeah, Daddy got him. And just applause everywhere. They already think I'm Superman. This is just going to make it better.
Well, you sure look like Superman, and you
Yeah.
acted like Superman.
Now, most people think he looks more like Batman.
Batman.
Okay.
Oh, you look more like Batman than
I
Superman.
guess.
I guess it's the glasses.
There you
but,
go.
The sheriff's office in Sarasota said they're ready
Yeah.
for you at any time. What's next for you?
They came up. Right now, sir, I put my warrant packet in for the military, and hopefully I can get that. If not, my contract ends in 2013. I'm seriously thinking about coming over there and joining them.
Joining them?
Uh-huh.
Well, boy, they need you. You bought them a lot of time.
And I got to give them credit. They were excellent. That is a tactical team there. The way they moved up, they were on the spot. I just stalled the guy for a couple seconds, really. They
a
really
lot more
deserve
than
the
a
credit.
couple seconds, and you subdued him, and there was no way you could have known at that time that the gun was not real, and he had the entire bank, it seemed, in his hands, but it turned out to be in yours, and it's just an incredible story.
Sometimes you got to put your own personal safety aside for the greater good.
Well, thank you for doing that. You do it all the time.
Anytime.
You did it again this time.
Oh, yeah.
Glad to have you here this morning.
Outstanding, sir.
Oh, yeah? Okay, great to
right.
have you guys. Robin?